Our next topic is divisions of human brain. Major divisions of human brain are forebrain, midbrain, and hindbrain. Forebrain is the front part of the brain, hindbrain is the back part of the brain, and midbrain is present between the forebrain and hindbrain, or also called hindbrain. Forebrain has further three divisions: thalamus, hypothalamus, and cerebrum. Cerebrum is present on the top. It is the topmost part of forebrain, and just under the cerebrum is present thalamus. Now in position from top to down, bottom, hypothalamus is third. Cerebrum is topmost, below cerebrum is thalamus, and below thalamus is the third part of forebrain called hypothalamus. The function of thalamus is to connect parts of brain with cerebrum. Means thalamus acts as a relay center, as a coordination center between the lower parts of the brain and higher part of the brain, that is cerebrum. Thalamus is also involved in pain perception. Means we feel pain, more pain or less pain, because of thalamus. Thalamus also controls consciousness. Consciousness means how much conscious you are. Are you awake or asleep? Going to bed or going out of bed is controlled by thalamus. Hypothalamus, which is present just below thalamus, is the size of an almond. It is just the size of an almond, and the major function of hypothalamus is to connect the nervous system with the chemical coordination. It connects nervous system with chemical coordination. Means it is a major link between endocrine glands and nervous system. Other important functions controlled by hypothalamus are thirst and hunger, for which hypothalamus is also called thirst center or hunger center, because we feel thirsty or we feel satiated because of hypothalamus. We feel hunger or we feel no hunger because of hypothalamus. Other important function regulated by hypothalamus is temperature regulation. Means thermoregulation. Because hypothalamus controls temperature, it helps the body to keep its temperature at an optimum 37 degrees Celsius. That is why hypothalamus is also called thermostat of human brain or human body. Other important functions regulated by hypothalamus are various feelings like anger, like happiness, sorrow, love, hate, etc. are controlled by hypothalamus. The next, the topmost and most highly developed part of forebrain, the largest part of the forebrain is cerebrum. And because it is largest, it is divided into two halves, which are called cerebral hemispheres. This is, imagine our forebrain. For ease, it is divided into two equal mirror images, two equal halves, which are called cerebral hemispheres. Where these cerebral hemisphere joins together around this point, there are present small projections which are called olfactory bulbs. Word olfactory means related to nose, related to smell, and the function of olfactory bulbs is to control the smelling abilities of nose. This is called right hemisphere and this is called left hemisphere. On the topmost part of the cerebral hemispheres, there is a highly folded region which is called cerebral cortex. Cortex means top, cerebral means cerebrum. This top part, the upper highly folded part of cerebrum is called cerebral cortex, and it is highly developed in human beings as compared to the all other animals. And because of this highly developed cerebral cortex in man, man is called the most superior animal of all. That is why we will discuss cerebral cortex in detail. Before going to in detail of cerebral cortex, we will discuss the difference between gray matter and white matter. Gray matter and white matter are the neurons which are present in the cerebral cortex and cerebrum. Gray matter consists of the neurons without a myelin sheath, and white matter consists of the neurons with myelin sheath. Means gray matter is non-myelinated neurons and white matter is myelinated neurons, and both of these matters speed up the process of information interpretation in the cerebrum. Cerebral cortex, as I already have told you, is of greatest importance. It is involved in various functions like memory, like intelligence, and decision making, thinking, information storage, etc. Cerebral cortex has further four parts which are called lobes. The four lobes of cerebral cortex are frontal lobe, parietal lobe, occipital lobe, and temporal lobe. These lobes, these parts of the cortex, cerebral cortex, are named depending upon the bone on which the respective part is lying. Frontal lobe of cerebral cortex lies or sits on frontal bone of the skull. Parietal lobe on parietal bones, occipital lobe on occipital bones, and temporal lobe on temporal bones. Frontal lobe of cerebral cortex controls the skeletal muscles. Voluntary movements of skeletal muscles are controlled by cerebral cortex frontal lobe, and the speech, the ability of us to speak, is controlled by frontal lobe. Parietal lobe processes the sensory information coming from the sides of peripheries of the body. It interprets sensory input from skin, and occipital lobe controls visual inputs. It processes and interprets visual information. Temporal lobe controls auditory and olfactory inputs. The process of smelling and the process of hearing are controlled by temporal lobe. Now we will discuss the central part, the central division, major division of the brain, that is midbrain. Midbrain is present between forebrain and hindbrain, and its major function is to connect forebrain with hindbrain, or also called hindbrain, and with spinal cord. Midbrain not only connects the hindbrain with forebrain, but it also connects the spinal cord with forebrain and hindbrain. Midbrain also controls some auditory reflexes, as well as it also processes some optic input from eyes. Another important function regulated by midbrain is posture. Posture means balance of body. To not allow the body to move without the control is under control of midbrain. Hindbrain, the rearmost portion of the brain, the rearmost division of the brain, is called hindbrain or hindbrain. It further consists of three parts, which are medulla oblongata, cerebellum, and pons. Medulla oblongata is the last and lowest part of hindbrain. It is like a stalk. Medulla oblongata connects the hindbrain with spinal cord. It connects hindbrain with spinal cord. Also, medulla oblongata is involved in controlling the breathing rate and heart rate. Working of heart and working of respiratory system is under control of medulla oblongata, and because it controls the breathing process, that is why medulla oblongata is also involved in coughing, in swallowing, and any function which is occurring around the neck, inside the neck. Food passing through the neck is controlled by medulla oblongata. Air passing through the neck is controlled by medulla oblongata. Any strike or any stroke to the medulla oblongata may cause the person to get unconscious. It can knock the person unconscious. The cerebellum, the other second part of the hindbrain, is present just behind medulla oblongata. The function of cerebellum is to control muscle movements. Pons is like a bridge of neurons present on the top of medulla oblongata, and pons helps the medulla oblongata in processing the information, and also it helps in balance. Pons helps medulla oblongata in conducting the input to her brain centers and to process the information that is related to breathing and heart rate, and it also, along with cerebellum, helps in the maintenance of balance and posture of the body, along with and help from midbrain, cerebellum, and pons help the body to maintain the balance. And out of these three, cerebellum is known the best balance center, because cerebellum does a lot in maintaining the body balance.